Hi, my name is Tanya, and today I will be presenting my third presentation. So the first step that I'm going to do is open my IBM Cognos Cube Designer, and I will create a new blank project and name it as the username mentioned here. So I will go and save it as returns underscore my username project and today's date, that's August 11. So now after this I will be importing my metadata. So I will go to get metadata and browse content manager. We'll go to the Great Outdoors warehouse and select the Go Sales TW. So if I expand this under tables, you can see all of the tables over here. Now I will be creating a cube under model. So if I go on model, right click and I create a new cube, and I will name the cube same as what I have done to my project. So it will be returns underscore DADI 0005 project underscore August 11. So I have created my model. Now I will be creating a measure called return quantity. So I will go to measures, and now I will create a new measure. So if I go to the dist returned item fact, this table, it has return quantity, and I will use this as my measure, which is my return quantity measure called. Now I will create a return reason dimension. So I will go in my cube and I will go in the new dimension, and I will name it as a return reason. Okay, if I open this, we can see levels and hierarchy. So I will rename the hierarchy name as reasons H, and I will rename the level names as returns level. Okay, now after this I will be showing the level and hierarchy. So if you can see the level and hierarchy here, level and hierarchy over here. Okay, so now what I will do is I will be adding an attribute, two attributes. So under dist return reason dimension, I'm going to use the return key as my unique identifier, and my return description en as my caption. Okay, so now I'm going to refresh this, and under new hierarchy you can see these new members have been added. So I will be saving my project. Now we'll move to the next step, that is relation for the return reason dimension. So I will go on my So now I will go on my return reason relationship, and I will be joining based on the return reason key. So I will be editing this relationship and using return reason key and the return reason key from here. Okay. So so this is done. Okay, now I will click on this back to go back to my cube, and I'm gonna save the project. Now the next thing I'm going to do is create a time dimension. So I will create a timdim dimension. Okay, so I will go to projects, new dimension, and I will rename the new dimension as timdim. Okay, now if we see here, click on timdim, you can see the time dimension is regular, and I'm going to change it to time because it's my time dimension. And I will be renaming the hierarchy name as timdim underscore h. Okay, so if I expand this, my new hierarchy will be timdim h, and my new level will be time year. I'm going to rename this as time year, and I'm going to go to levels and create a new level, and I'm going to rename the second level as time day. Okay, so we have two levels now. Now I'm going to expand the new time dimension and show the level and hierarchy. So as you can see, you have the levels and hierarchy. For the time year level, so I'm going to click on time year. So I'm going to add the go tim date. From go sales, I'm going to go to the go tim date, go timdim, and designate current year. So I'm going to have the current year in the attributes, and I'm going to set that as the level unique key and member caption both, so it will be both. And I will rename it to year in the properties. So I'm going to rename this as year. Okay, next I'm gonna do is same for time day. So I'm gonna select my time day first, add the day key attribute, set it as unique and no member caption, so it's not supposed to be member caption. I'm just going to delete this and add it once again. So I'm going to just add this, so it's supposed to be only unique, and then I am going to go to properties and change it to day date. Okay, now refresh and expand. So I'm going to just refresh it. Okay, so if you see under the time dimension, and you can see the current year, you can see the levels. So here, if you see the levels, there is a year and there is a day date level. So now I'm going to save your project, and we will go to relation of the time dimension. So I'm going to click on the cube, so it gives me, and I'm going to edit the timdim dimension, and I'm going to join it basis the day key from the dimension and the fact. So now I will be doing the implementation. So I will click on implementation in my cube and I will move this over here and give it a star schema. Now I'm going to validate the model. So I'm just going to make sure that I have 0 issues here. So the model is validated and I'm going to save my project. Now I'm going to publish the cube. So after I save my project, I'm going to publish the cube. Yeah. So I'm going to publish, go to additional options and I'm going to select all options. I'm going to browse my folders. Okay, I'm going to go OK and OK. So it's working. So after it is deployed, I'm going to go to the IBM Cognos connection. So just waiting. Okay, I'm just going to publish it once again. Have all browse my folders. Okay, so it's already existed, so I'm going to go to my IBM content. So I'm going to go to configuration. I'm going to check my data source connections and you can see my cube is here. Now I'm going to analyze the cube, so I'm going to open Analysis Studio. So I'm going to go to Analysis Studio here. Okay, and I'm going to go to my folders and I'm going to choose this one. I'm going to do a blank analysis. Okay. So it's loading. So now the Analysis Studio has opened. Now I have to insert from measures, so I'm going to expand the measures and I will drag the return quantity into the measure drop zone. So I'm going to go to measure and then drag the reason edge to the rows and TimDim edge. So I'm going to go to reasons edge to the rows and the TimDim edge to the columns. Yeah, so this is the report that's generated and this was my presentation. Thank you so much.